Hello and welcome to Raising Those Spirits. I'm Steve,
And I'm Sam.
and we are back with the second half of our Give Yourself Goosebumps Toy Terror Batteries Included run.
Oh yeah.
We had to
Uh, lo-
take off 2 weeks. Yeah, we missed again because I think I had RSV again at that time. I don't know. My health wasn't
it's
great.
hard to it's hard to tell. I think this was supposed these were supposed to come out closer to Christmas and they didn't. So they're here now. So enjoy them in the month of probably January.
Yeah. The Christmas one dropped on January 7th. So the second one, this one, I've named it Choose Your Own New Year because it'll still at least be January.
Yeah, that's fair. The entire month is New Year month, as far as I'm concerned. It's fine. You know what? It's totally fine. We're rocking and rolling.
I do scheduling for a living now, and I've had so many cancellations for meetings come through. So many people are just like, yeah, I scheduled that last year, and I just don't have it in me yet. Just
Is there any sweeter feeling than a canceled meeting?
I've been canceling so many. Everyone's just like, I just can't.
Right. It's just like, all right, I'm getting that hour back. What am I gonna do with it? More work.
Every Friday, I have a 30-minute meeting I'm supposed to run, and I typically knock it out between 6 and 11 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
We figured out how to
Yeah, well,
speed run this thing.
I love running meetings because I like just get through them. Like this meeting is my meeting. I'm running it, and I don't want this meeting to happen. So we're gonna get through this meeting fast.
Same.
Ugh. Yeah, that's why it pays to be in a position of authority. So you can blow off the meetings. I mean, the ones that I schedule too. I must be some kind of masochist because I scheduled a meeting with that like I'm in charge of for an hour and a half twice a week. And we get to that meeting every week and I'm like, "All right, guys, let's get through this one." I don't know why I did this.
I had someone schedule me for a meeting at 12 p.m. today, and I was like, that is lunch. What is wrong with you?
I do that to my team. I feel terrible. It was one of those things we started scheduling these noon meetings. It's an hour and a half at noon twice a week. So I'm a monster. But we started scheduling it during the pandemic when the time just didn't matter. And
Hmm.
then it just carried over into the year. So my mistake, but I'm not going back now. Too late. It's built into my schedule. It's been this way for several years. I'm never letting it go.
I mean, we're never recovering.
No, no. There were things that happened between 2020 and 2022 that just became the norm. And one of them was this terrible meeting I scheduled with my team.
Hmm.
It
Uh,
was a compromise because we used to be we would just email each other every day, and I couldn't keep track of what we were doing. So I was like, okay, never mind. Let's just meet a couple of times a week. And I never intended for us to actually meet for the full hour and a half.
but it looks good on the calendar.
It does. It eats up a lot of time. Oh man, what a boring conversation.
Super boring. I'm not editing
Uh,
it out. Let's
no,
start
I feel
reading.
I'm so old. All right. Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
Sure. Hey, Mom, look at this. I'm a winner, you shout. You race into the house with a letter that's just arrived in the mail. It came in a strange black envelope, addressed to you. The words Hasley Toy Company are printed on the back. Look, Mom, you wave the letter in the air. I won. That's nice. Your mother's reading the newspaper. She doesn't look up. Mom, for real, I won the grand prize, announce happily. That's great, sweetie. You can tell she's not really listening. I get my choice, you go on. A tour of the Hasley Toy Company or their biggest and best toy, the Annihilator 3000.
I
It's the,
will still love that name.
I was thinking back. I was just like, it couldn't have been nearly as funny as we thought it was, and it is
Really?
apparently. I saw the name and broke. The Annihilator 3000. It's this totally cool robot. It's as big as I am. The Annihilator what? She looks up. You've got her attention now. When did you enter this contest? She asks. Hey, that's weird, you think? I didn't, you admit. Your mom looks concerned. How did they get your name? She wants to know. You glance down at the envelope in your hand. It suddenly seems creepy that it's black. I don't know how they got my name, you admit. Your mom thinks for a minute. Maybe it was that electronic game we bought last year for your birthday, remember? We sent your name in on the registration. That must be it, you say, sighing with relief. Isn't it great that I won? Oh, sweetheart, your mom pats your shoulder. Don't get your hopes up too high. Sometimes those contests are fakes. They say you've won, but then there's a catch. You have to buy magazines or something. No way, you protest. The letter doesn't say anything about magazines. You hurry to the phone and call the special number in the letter. You dial it. A man answers. A man with a scratchy voice. Hello, he says, addressing you by name. I've been waiting for your call. Which prize do you want? The man asks. You hadn't really thought about it yet. Then it hits you. The man knew your name. But how? A shiver goes down your spine. You shake your head and try to concentrate. So he knew your name. Big deal. Not every kid on the planet has just won a huge prize. Hello? Are you still there? The man calls. You've got something. You've got to say something. Which prize do you want? The letter says that if you take the tour of the Hasley Toy Factory, you'll get a free video game too. But the Annihilator 3000 is the best toy the company makes. If I choose the tour of the toy factory, can I bring a friend, you ask? Sure, he replies. So what's it gonna be? So, last time we were 13-year-old boys and we went to page 69 for the Annihilator 3000.
I mean, how can we help it?
Even though we wanted to go to the Hasley Toy Factory. So this time we will be going to the Hasley Toy Factory.
All right. Page 44. I'll take the tour. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I thought I was the man. I'll take the. I thought I was scratchy voice. Oh, man. I'll take the tour, you tell the man. Fine, he says. He gives you an address. Be here at 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Thanks, you say. Then you add, hey, how did I win this prize anyway? But the man doesn't answer. He's already hung up. The next day, you call your friend Benny and invite him to come with you on the tour. Benny just moved into the neighborhood. You've only known him a couple of weeks, but your best friend is grounded for the third time this year. So you've been hanging out with Benny. He's cool, and he'll try anything once. Tour the Hasley Toy Company, Benny says. Cool. At 4 o'clock on Saturday, the two of you jump off your bikes in front of the factory. On top of the big white building, a sign trumpets world's largest toy selection. You open the door and step into the lobby. The first thing you see is teeth. Two rows of glistening, sharp fangs. It's a snarling guard dog, and it's headed straight for you. Leap out of the way on page 37. Benny screams as you try to leap away. Too late. The dog's sharp teeth clamp onto your pant leg. You jerk away, but the dog is big, a big, fierce Doberman, and it won't let go. Benny, help! You cry. Before Benny can move, a man with curly blonde hair and black glasses races towards you. Mittens! Mittens, stop! The man yells. He aims a remote control at the dog and presses a button. The dog freezes in place. These new models never work right, the man mutters as you yank your pants free. Benny bursts out laughing. Ha! It was just a toy. Your heart is still pumping a mile a minute, but you don't want to seem like a wimp. So you laugh too. Sorry about that, the man says. I'm Bob Marvin, Chief of New Designs here at Hasley Toys. But everyone calls me Babaloo. You must be here for the tour. Yeah. You glance over at the motionless dog. Saliva drips from its mouth, which is frozen in a snarl. It looks so real. This place is cool, you decide. You can't wait to see what's inside. Follow Babalu to page 55. I love Babalu.
You know, Benny seems like the type of kid that they put in to be expendable.
Oh, Benning's a dick. He's gonna die.
Yeah.
Uh, that's my guess. Babalu swipes a magnetic key card over a panel and open another door. The three of you walk into the huge factory. The room is full of chugging machinery, whirring and conveyor belts. Wow, you think, gazing around, this is awesome. Across the factory is a huge glass wall. Through the glass, you can see a warehouse. Shelves are stacked to the ceiling with toys. This way, Babalu calls, pointing toward the warehouse. He and Benny hurry off. You start to follow them when something catches your eye, something you can hardly believe. A line of pink, I'm sorry, a line of dolls in pink dresses are riding on a conveyor belt. One of them suddenly sits up and looks around. For 1 second, her big blue eyes glance your way. She flutters her long lashes in surprise. She she jumps off the assembly line and darts behind a machine. Whoa. Did you really just see a living doll? You rub your eyes and blink hard. Should you run after it? Or should you run home and get your dad's camera?
That's the
To run
stupidest
after
two
the.
choices we've ever had.
Why would we leave? I
We're
mean,
gonna
like,
leave the factory, ride our bike across town, get our dad's camera, come back, hope we can get back in and locate the doll. You're in the middle of a tour. They're gonna notice you're missing.
right?
And you
So,
just saw a realistic looking robotic dog. You think maybe this is just a robotic doll?
yeah, you're jumping to some wild conclusions if you go home and get the camera. So I mean, like, I think going to page 98 and going after the doll makes the most sense.
I think
But should we take the dumb option?
it's the only rational thing to do is go to page 98. Although I think we should are you keeping notes?
Yeah, I'm keeping track.
Okay. Well, then let's
All
go to
right.
page 98. There's no time to lose. Without thinking for another second, you dash off to follow the doll. You drop to your knees and crawl under a big piece of machinery. Then you snake your way through the factory towards a big glass wall. This is an ocean nightmare. You see a glass door closing slowly and a flash of pink. The doll must have snuck into the warehouse. Benny, you shout, running back to find him. He's standing in front of a bank of video monitors with controllers in both hands. Babalu is nowhere in sight. This is so cool, Benny shouts. Come on, try it. Forget that, you answer. I just saw a doll come to life. You've got to help me find it. Yeah, right, Benny smirks. You grab the controllers from him and toss them down. Come on, you answer. I'll prove it. Drag Benny to page 20. I feel like tossing them down is a little extreme. They're not yours.
I mean, Benny deserves what he gets.
You and Benny hurried to the glass wall. She ran in here, you declare. Into the warehouse. So what are we waiting for? Benny asked sarcastically. You notice that the glass door is open a crack. Jammed between the door and the frame is a tiny pink doll shoe. Look, one of her shoes, you shout, pushing open the door. The two of you slip through. On the way in, Benny's foot bumps the shoe. The door shuts with a loud click. You try to open the door, it won't budge. We're locked in, you announce. Who cares? Benny cries. Look at all these toys. Your eyes sweep over the shelves of model cars, computer games, and hundreds of other toys. They all look so cool. But you can't stop thinking about that doll. She's in here somewhere. What is she up to? Suddenly, the thought of her gives you the creeps. Do you really want to be locked in here with her? If you can't resist playing with the toys, turn to page 76. If you want to get out of the warehouse, pound on the door on page 18.
Play with toys or pound it.
I mean,
Hmm.
historically, we would choose to pound it. um, my thought process is if we just drop everything and start playing with the toys, this is just turning into the Gandhi as ADD episode of Clone High.
We gotta bail.
We've got to bail, otherwise, we're just like chasing distraction after distraction after distraction.
It's true. All right, page 18. You hate the feeling of being trapped in the toy warehouse, locked in, with that weird doll slinking around somewhere. The whole thing gives you the creeps. Help! You shout, pounding on the glass door. Someone let us out of here. Help! Nothing happens. Silence. Then suddenly, Babalu steps out from behind some factory equipment. He's wearing a beret and carrying a megaphone. He makes a disgusted face at you and starts shaking his head. Cut! Babalu yells through a megaphone. Cut, you think? Cut what? Find out on page 64. One by one, six other people step out from various hiding places in the factory. One man has a movie camera resting on his shoulder. A woman carries lights and a microphone on long poles. That's a lot to carry. It's a movie crew, you realize. Babaloo hurries to the glass door and lets you out. All right, he says. Don't bawl. We weren't going to leave you in here all night or anything. He signals to the rest of the crew. Never mind, he says over the megaphone. This one didn't work out. Let's wrap it up. We'll try again next weekend. Wrap what up, you ask? What's going on? We're shooting a commercial here, Babaloo explains. You know, catch the excitement of a kid locked in a toy factory. Your friend Benny here has the right spirit, but you didn't act excited. You acted terrified. So you're out and he's in. Thanks for coming. He ushers you out the door. Wait, you cry. What about the doll I saw come to life? And how did you get my name anyway? But it's too late for those kinds of questions. Babalu kicks you out of the factory and slams the door. Oof! You stomp your foot on the ground. No fair, you think, feeling totally disappointed. There's something going on in that factory, and now you'll never find out what it is. A million questions spin through your brain. They're good questions, too, but it's too late for all of them, except one. What page do I turn to if I want to
I
stay in the toy warehouse and
I guess
find the
we
doll
play
you
with the
mother?
toys?
Wow. Yeah. I mean,
Here's the thing, we
what?
survived. This is technically a win.
They send you back into the factory.
No,
That's
it
so
says now go
dumb.
on, you're out of the factory.
Oh, hold on. Wait. It
Oh,
says,
you're reading. Sorry, I thought we were talking.
yeah, no. I mean, that's what's happening now. So it's like we could go back to page 76. Go on now. You're out of the factory. Get some. So get out of this book because they say that's showbiz, or they say that's. Oh my God. Because as they say in showbiz, that's a wrap. Oh, so it's telling you that you shouldn't have chosen to leave the factory because they were shooting commercial and did not get your permission. Nobody signed a waiver for this.
I mean, maybe you did. You didn't even remember, you know, signing up for this.
That's true. But that is a very silly ending.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go back and play with the toys, I guess.
I mean, that's what they're saying.
What page is that?
76.
Benny run towards the video games. A kid-sized red sports car catches your attention. You climb in, but before you can turn the key, all the lights in the warehouse shut off, and everything goes black. Hey, Benny screams. What's going on? You grope your way towards his voice. Maybe the factory is closing, you suggest. It's Saturday, and it's after 5 o'clock. So we're stuck in here for the rest of the weekend, he whispers, sounding scared. No way. Bobaloo will come back for us, you declare. Just then, dim emergency lights flicker on. I forgot to tell you, Benny says. Bobaloo got called away for some kind of emergency. He told me to find you, and then, well, we were supposed to leave. Oh, great, you think. Then you remember your other problem. That doll must still be in here with us, you whisper. Oh, you made that up, Benny says. No, I didn't, you insist. She was. You stop talking when you hear a thump. It's coming from a shelf above Benny's head. Was that the doll? You brace yourself and look up. A small stuffed pig peers down at you and blinks. It's true, the pig says. She is alive. I am too. You and Benny gasp. The fuzzy pink pig is squirming to get out of the twist tie holding it inside its package. You both start to back away. Please wait, squeals the pig. Please help me out of my box. Every night I have to get out by myself, and it's hard. You look up and see that the pig has a tear in one eye. It's a tear in one eye. It's crying. As you reach up to help the pig, you hear something. A rustling noise, like water or wind. It seems to be coming from all around you. Out of the corner of your eye, you see movement. Something just flitted across the aisle. Then it dawns on you. The rustling noise? It's paper and cardboard and plastic. And right now, every single toy in the warehouse is doing something incredible. Something you thought only happened in a kid's best dream, or worst nightmare. Thousands of toys, all coming to life. The entire warehouse is going to be crawling with living toys any minute. You and Benny run to the end of the aisle just in time to see an army of remote control cars zoom around the corner. A squad of 15-inch high ninja action figures climb out of their boxes and dart off. Dolls, robots, dinosaurs, soldiers. They pour off the shelves, laughing, snarling, shouting to one another. Even the board games seem to be alive. One game has set itself up. The pieces are racing one another and cards are flipping in the air. I don't believe this, Benny whispers. Suddenly, bright lights over in the factory flash on. They cast eerie shadows into the warehouse. Then you hear a noise that makes your skin crawl. It's the sound of machines roaring to life. Conveyor belts whirring, vats of plastic starting to bubble. Someone, or something, is running the factory. Hurry to page 11. You and Benny creep through the warehouse toward the factory. Your eyes widen when you look through the glass wall. The ninja action figures are out there, pulling switches and pushing buttons to run the machinery. Then you see a figure standing in the middle of the excitement. It's the doll you watched come to life. Her brown hair is held in two pigtails with pink ribbons. Her little pink lips are heart-shaped. She has huge blue eyes and rosy cheeks. The doll lifts a megaphone to her lips. Move it, you no-good ninjas, she rolls. You and Benny exchange startled glances. You look back and squint, trying to read the name stitched onto her dress. Finally, you make it out. Nasty Kathy. You've seen her on TV. Pull her string and she says all kinds of mean things. What are they making? Benny whispers. More toys, I guess, you whisper back. You both look at the conveyor belt. Then a bizarre cargo chugs into sight. A life-size doll. It looks so real, you'd swear it's alive. And lined up behind it are dozens more. Nasty Kathy barks orders into her megaphone. Keep moving, barf bags. You with the ugly face, start loading the batteries. One of the ninjas springs onto the conveyor belt. It opens a compartment in the foot of the first life-size doll. It drops in several batteries, then clicks the compartment shut. Put a police uniform on it, Nasty Kathy snaps to another ninja, and then turn it on. A minute later, the big doll stands up and shakes itself. It looks completely and chillingly human. It snaps a salute at Nasty Kathy. Officer Murphy reporting for duty, ma'am. Never mind that, Nasty Kathy growls. Get out there and do the job you've been programmed to do. Yes, ma'am, the policeman replies, but first, what shall I do about the security problem? Security problem, Nasty Kathy snaps. What security problem? The officer turns slowly until it's facing the glass wall you're crouched behind. Then it lifts its hand and points directly at you. You've been spotted. You're so terrified you can't move. Nasty Kathy's head swivels in your direction, then she grins. She has 2 rows of small, sharp teeth. I'll deal with them, Nasty Kathy tells the officer. You go out there and do your job. Yes, ma'am, Officer Murphy says, striding off. Nasty Kathy walks over to you. Without saying a word, she reaches up and pulls the string on her own back. I don't like you, a tinny voice shrieks. Nasty Kathy giggles. This time her mouth moves. You shouldn't be here. Humans can't know about our plan. Now you're going to pay, she says. No, we're not, Benny yells. This tour was supposed to be free. He jumps up and dashes through the glass door into the factory. Tearing past a group of knee-high ninjas, he races towards the front door. Then he vanishes behind a big machine. You start to follow him, but then you realize that's the door the police officer doll used. What if it's still out there? Take your chances with the police doll on page 93. If you'd rather find a different way out, race to page 123.
Hmm. I wouldn't go find the police robot personally. I would go a different way.
You're gonna go a different way. Yeah, Benny's a great decoy. We're gonna leave him to die and get out a different way.
I think that is what I want to do. Let's leave Benny. So page 71,
We
take your
haven't
chances
known
on.
that. We haven't known him that long. We can sacrifice him.
No, we don't. No, he is. I don't like him. I'm not. I have no strong feelings about keeping him alive. All right, hold on. 123. Keeping my notes. No, Benny, you shout. Let's find a different way. Out. Oh, we save him. You dash away through the twisting aisles of the warehouse. You don't dare slow down to peek over your shoulder. All you can do is hope Benny is following you. Yeah, right. Nasty Kathy's voice booms over her megaphone. Alert, she shouts. A ball of human fungus is loose in our warehouse. If it escapes, I'll have you all taken apart. The second she finishes speaking, you hear the whir of tiny motors and the clatter of plastic feet. You keep running, even though your lungs are about to burst. You need to find cover. Then you see that you've run right into the main aisle, and you realize you've made a mistake. A terrible mistake. It sounds as if the entire warehouse full of toys is coming for you, surrounding you. Then you see 6 pairs of eyes, glowing green eyes, closing in. No, you scream. Meet your fate on page 89. Oh, I think I might have gotten this guild. Instantly, you know that what those glowing eyes belong to. You've seen them on TV. They're horrible monster toys. Monsters called Zorgs. On the toys, the claws are plastic and the teeth are rubber. But now, in the dim emergency light, you can see that these Zorgs are different because they're alive. Their claws and teeth are steel. Their mouths drip with green slime and purple ooze. Their eyes glow with a hideous green light. You know what they want, beyond any doubt. You saw the movie Zorg Revenge, and you know what Zorgs do. They claw their way to your face and rip it to shreds. Zorgs swarm your face because it's the fastest way to get to your brain. The 6 Zor, Zorgs, oh shit. The 6 Zorgs creep toward you. Their slimy feet make sucking noises as they grip and release the floor. Squish flap, squish flap. You back up slowly, watching them, praying there aren't any more Zorgs behind you. The 6 creatures sense your fear. They close in steadily. Without warning, they all leap at you. Quick, turn to page 58. Ah! You scream as monsters fly at you. All six Zorgs latch onto your legs and claw their way up your body towards your face. You thrash wildly and manage to shake two of them loose. They land with a plop near your feet, but the ones that hang on grip tighter. Rip! Their razor claws slice through your jeans as they climb. You feel the sting of the ooze from their tongue as it drools into the scratches in your flesh. Ooh, this is getting. R.L. Stein is getting it. Help! You scream. They're spitting slime. You grab them with your hands, but they're strong, hard to shake off. You gaze down and shudder. Their filthy blue-green fur ripples. Their slimy tongues waggle. Their ugly, sucking feet grip at your legs. Two more monsters leap again, harder, higher. Their claws sink into your t-shirt. You grab one and hurl it across the room. Then you feel a claw scrape along your chin. Go to page 67. This is getting gory. No! You cry. You kick and punch at the monsters. Finally, all six of them drop to the floor. Then you turn and run, but you have to dodge some remote controlled cars that are zooming in wild patterns at your feet. The cars are trying to trip you. A plastic tea set hurls itself off of a high shelf. Cups and saucers clatter down on your head. All the toys are out to get me, you realize. You hop over a slithering rubber snake. On the wall ahead, you see a sign listing all the toys: cars and trucks, learning toys, action figures, stuffed animals, preschool toys. Under it is a map of the aisles. Which way is safe to go? You bend down and peer between the empty shelves. Hey, is that a glowing red light in the back corner of the warehouse? The kind they use on exit signs? You start to crawl toward the red light. Then you hear Benny's voice, far away and desperate. Help! Benny cries. They've got me! If you follow the sound of Benny's voice, turn to page 33. If you go towards the red exit light, go to page 50.
I am of two mindsets here.
Sure.
One, I'm sure they can replicate Benny's voice.
Ooh, yeah, because I mean, they're little robots.
Yeah, they could totally just be luring us out. That said, I don't know if we've ever left anyone to die and been rewarded for it.
Benny does suck, though.
Wait, didn't we leave someone to die one time and we won and we thought it was the funniest thing? Or is that what we were hoping to
Yeah,
happen?
I feel like that happened in the camp one.
Okay, I mean,
I think it did.
I'm okay with either. Um, I'm leaning towards red exit light though, although I feel like that might get us killed.
But then Benny also dies, so I consider it a win.
Oh, okay. As long as Benny dies.
Yeah,
All right.
we can only hope.
Turn into page 50. The best way to help Benny is to get out of the factory and bring back some grown-ups, you decide. There's no way you can fight off Nasty Cathy's army alone. You tiptoe toward the red light. Benny's screams float down the aisle. Oh, they're hurting me. Sorry, Benny, you mutter. It feels bad to leave your friend, but if you stay, you're both finished. As you approach the red light, your heart sinks. It's not an exit sign. It's just a dumb red light coming from a stupid metal box. You've backed yourself into a corner and there's no door. Your heart starts to pound. How will you get away when all those creepy toys catch up to you? Try to back out on page 133. Desperately, you glance at the red light again. It's a beam of some sort, coming from a box in the corner of the wall. What is it, you wonder? On instinct, you put the palm of your hand up, intercepting the beam. The instant you do, all the toys in the warehouse vanish. They just disappear. Every single one of them. Every game, car, doll, puzzle, and weapon. Simply gone. A second later, the bright overhead lights come on. Bo Baloo bursts into the warehouse through the glass door. Okay, tour's over, he says cheerfully. How did you like it? Give him an answer on page 131. Benny runs towards you. Those ninjas caught me when I was trying to run out. They had me surrounded, he pants. I thought I was dead, and then they were just gone, he snaps his fingers. Where did everything go, you ask, your mouth hanging open so wide you could probably fit Nasty Kathy's head in there? The toys? Oh, that was all a hologram, Bovaloo explains. This is a new theme park called Toy World. The whole thing is done with holograms. From that box there, he points at a gray box. Bobaloo explains that they're testing Toy World to see if kids like it, and to see if it's scary enough. That's so cool, you announce. Can we come again? Sure, Bobaloo answers. Here are some tickets. He hands you a ticket book that says win 10 tickets to Toy World. But when you read the small print, you see you haven't really won at all. First, you have to buy 10 magazine subscriptions. Happy reading. The end. Okay, I'm sorry. We literally felt scratches across our chin and our clothing got shredded by a hologram? What is
I
this, Red
mean,
Dwarf?
it could be like the holodeck in Star Trek. There's a lot of possibilities. My guess. Here's what I think is really happening. I think Babalu or Bobaloo, Boobala here. I think Boobala is an alien, and this is all alien technology, and they're always just lying to you. All of it is lies.
That's fair. I'm down with that.
That's what I think is happening here. But leaving Benny to die was the correct answer.
Do you want to go back and see what happens if we try and save him?
Yeah, let's see what happens if we try and save Benny.
Alright, what page
That
is
was
that?
back on page 33. All right, here we go. All right, if we had tried to save Benny on page 33. You've got to save your friend. Hang on, I'm coming. You call, racing towards the sound of Benny's voice. You zoom to the end of the empty aisle, then turn the corner and skid to a stop. The floor is covered with tiny plastic people, each one no taller than 2 inches. They're having a tea party. They gaze up at you with innocent eyes as you leap over them. Watch out, one screams when your foot almost flattens it. Sorry, you say. You dance around trying to keep from stomping on them. Just as you take another awkward step, you feel something squish under your foot. Oh no, I've killed it, you think. Then you feel yourself slipping. Ah! You cry as you crash into the cement floor. Turn to page 15. You fall, banging your head on the shelf on the way down. Ouch! You stepped on my foot, a voice says in your ear. Huh? You gaze over and see the stuffed pig, the pig who talked to you when the toys first came to life. He's lying flat on the floor beside you, but he doesn't really seem hurt. He shakes himself off. Sorry I ran under your legs, he whispers. I had to stop you, to warn you. Don't go near the army. Nasty Kathy is there, and she'll get you. She's very, very mean. But I've got to help my friend, you explain. Whoa, you think. This is too weird. You're talking to a stuffed animal, and it's talking back. There's only one way to save him, the pig whispers. Just then, Benny lets out a blood-curdling scream. You bolt upright. Don't go to him. Let him yell, the pig advises, or neither of you will get out of here alive. What do you do? If you race to help Benny away, if you race to help Benny away, turn to page 47. If you take the pig's advice, turn to page 74.
I mean, these seem like non psychotic toys, but We also did not help the pig earlier, and he might be
Hmm.
mad about that.
So you think the pig is tricking us?
I mean, we he asked us for help and we ran away.
That's true.
Is all I'm saying.
So the pig could be trying to seek his revenge.
Or he could just be super chill. But I don't know.
I mean,
We've
not helping Benny has worked to our advantage before. We've left Benny to die and succeeded.
How many times can we coin flip that though? All right, you know what?
That's fair.
We've left Benny to die. Let's leave Benny to die again.
All right, let's take the pigs. So we take the pig's advice on page 74.
Okay, you agree nervously. Tell me how to save him, but please hurry. It sounds like they're killing him. You've got to find the key to turn us off, the pig says. To turn off all the toys. Huh? You stare at him, your mouth open. Did the pig just say there's a way to turn off all the toys? Wait a minute, you reply. Why are you trying to help me? Because it's a nightmare here, the pig whispers. Every night the army starts fighting. The monsters stalk us. The cars and trucks roar up and down the aisles. It's very scary. The pig sniffles and swipes at its eyes with its foot. And do you know what else it continues? I don't like Nasty Kathy. Once she called me a putrid pork face. You bite your lips, trying not to laugh. Laugh if you want, the pig declares, but Nasty Kathy is very dangerous. She's got a secret plan. Listen to the pig on page 78. What secret plan, you ask, wide eyed? The pig glances around to make sure no one is listening. All I know is they're making human sized dolls in there, he whispers, nodding toward the factory. They have some kind of plan to change the world, but they won't tell us baby toys what it is. I don't trust them, so you've got to get the key and turn us off. It's the only way. All right, you nod solemnly, but where's this key? The pig leans forward. You can feel his pink fur tickling your ear. She has it, he whispers so quietly you can hardly hear him. It's in Nathy Cathy's play trunk. Did someone call my name? A nasty voice growls. You whip your head around and gasp. It's Nasty Cathy. She's standing right behind you, and she has a laser blaster in her hands. You can't take your eyes off the laser blaster. It looks so big. The red and blue lights on its barrel flash on and off. On and off. It's just a toy, you tell yourself. A plastic toy. But toys have a way of being dangerous around here. What if the laser blaster is alive too? Could it blow you to bits? Well, look who it is, Nasty Cathy sneers. Dorky Porky and his new friend, the pile of human guts. You swallow hard. The truth is, Nasty Cathy is terrifying. She's only 2 feet tall, but she looks so evil it makes her seem bigger somehow. Oink! The pig squeals and trots off. I'll see you later, fatso, Nasty Cathy calls. As for you, let's go, on your feet, human. She jerks the laser blaster in the direction she wants you to walk. Do you dare make a run for it? If you dare make a run for it, turn to page 53. If you think you'd better do what she says, turn to page 87.
Hmm, a tough one.
I mean, I feel like it's a real gun, but I also feel like we
Yeah.
should run.
Yeah.
What are your
Let's just
thoughts?
bail.
Just
No,
bail.
let's keep bailing. Yeah, I mean, she's a tiny little doll. Her aim can't be that good.
I mean, the pig ran, and the
Yeah,
pig
let's
told
run.
us we definitely didn't want to fight her, so I say we run.
All right. If you go with Nasty Kathy, yeah. If you go with Nasty Kathy, you'll never find the key to turn off the toys, and you'll never get out of the factory alive. You hesitate, pretending to think about it. Come on, Nasty Kathy bellows. We don't have all night. She drops the tip of the laser blaster just an inch. It's the chance you were waiting for. No, you shout, giving her a shove. Then you take off running in the opposite direction. You hear a whine from the laser blaster. A red beam sizzles past your head, but you don't look back. Make it to safety. You make it safely down to the end of the preschool toy aisle. Back to the big overhead sign listing all of the toys in the warehouse. Yo, human moron, Nasty Kathy calls over the megaphone. You'll never get away. You're sweating and your breathing is heavy, but you can still hear her footsteps as she runs down the next aisle. Then her, you hear her on the megaphone again. Attention all Zorgs. Report to aisle 4. Dinner time. Aisle 4? That's where you are. Turn to page 26. Yikes! You better run before the Zorgs find you. You quickly study the big map of the warehouse. Benny's voice sounded as if it came from aisle 3. The dolls are in aisle 2. Your mind races. You know you should run to the doll aisle. You have to find Nasty Kathy's play trunk. That's where the pig said you'd find the key to turn off all the toys. But what about Benny? He sounded like he was in big trouble. The truth is, you're not sure you can hack this alone. Go straight for the doll aisle, turn to page 42. Make a pit stop in aisle 3, turn to page 63.
Huh.
Have we left Benny to die enough times that maybe it's time we go save him?
No, I think at this point, if we go try and save him and get caught, it was all for nothing.
All right, screw Benny.
I know R.L. Stein's trying to give us a hint, but I mean, it's not like he's in aisle 3 alone. He's screaming for a reason.
It's true.
What's our plan when we get there?
Hope for the best. All right, so page 42.
Yes. I mean, if you want to save him, if you think it's time, I will support you.
No, no, no. Screw him.
You decide to go straight to the doll aisle and search for the key. The sooner you turn off the toys, the better. Let Benny scream, the pig said, or neither of you will get out of here alive. You run along the cement block wall in back of the warehouse, then turn towards the dolls in aisle 2. Attention all monsters and soldiers. Nasty Kathy's voice booms over her megaphone. Attack human scum in aisle 2. A chill runs up the back of your neck. How does she keep finding you? Squish. Flap. You hear your least favorite sound, the sound of the Zorg's feet as they suck and release the floor. You've got to hurry. Quick, look for the key on page 73. Find Nasty Kathy's trunk. It's all you can think. If you can only find that key, you can save Benny and yourself. You trot down the aisle, scanning the shelves. Dolls are everywhere. Sitting on the shelves, chatting to each other, drinking from baby bottles, 2 fashion dolls are lounging on recliners. Chip is coming over in his new sports car, you hear one say. Finally, you spot a navy blue and silver doll's trunk. Nasty Kathy is painted on the front. A silver key dangles in the lock. Awesome, you shout, pumping your fist in the air. I found it. You reach up to take the key. That's when you feel something that makes your blood run cold, something small and strong, gripping your leg, and starting to climb up your jeans. Please don't be a Zorg, you think. A Zorg or not a Zorg? That is the question. Find out the answer on page 103. Get off me, you cry, kicking your leg to shake the monster off, but the thing is too strong, it won't let go. It moves incredibly fast. Before you can even get a glimpse of it, it climbs your leg, then grasps your t-shirt. It scuttles towards your face. You want to run, but you're frozen in panic. Listen to me, it says in your ear. Huh? You crane your neck to see what it is. It's a hand, and nothing else. A rubber bloody hand, like you would buy at Halloween. It makes a fist on your shoulder and uses its thumb like a mouth. Listen to me, the hand warns. That's the wrong key. Look inside her trunk for the right one. Huh? How did the hand even know what you were searching for? The Zorgs appear at the far end of the aisle, running this time. Squish, flap, 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 squish. Better think fast. Can you trust a rubber bloody hand? Maybe this is a trap. If you trust the hand, turn to page 109. If you think it's a trap, turn to page 80. I mean, I trust the hand, personally.
Yeah. All right, let's trust the hand. Things are getting pretty bizarre, so
Yeah,
I'm willing to just roll with whatever's happening at this point. All right, trust the hand. Page 109. The Zorgs are closing in, squish flap. Every nerve in your body screams run, but something tells you that the bloody hand is telling the truth. Find the real key, it says with its thumb. When you find it, put it in the incredible talking, spelling, thinking, intelligent machine. A what? The creature lets go and falls off your shoulder. With its bloody fingers spread out, it looks like a giant red spider. Ah! It screams all the way down to the floor. Thanks for the hand, you call. Thanks for the advice. Quickly, you unlock Nasty Kathy's trunk and peer inside. Dirty, torn doll clothes, an archery set, a miniature can of spray paint. Then you spot a small CD. You grab the disc and hold it under the light. There's a picture of a key on it. Bingo! Snatch the key and turn to page 65. You hold the disc tightly in your fist. Which aisles, which aisle were the learning toys in? Close your eyes and try to picture the big overhead sign. Uh-oh, big mistake. You never should have closed your eyes. By the time you open them again, you're surrounded. There are Zorgs on the floor at your feet, and beside you, they're hanging from the shelves, reaching out for you, flexing their claws, excuse me, flexing their claws, licking their lips. No, you cry out. Half a dozen of them leap onto you in a flurry of foul-smelling fur. You swing your arms like windmills, flinging two monsters off your shirt. Then you start to run towards the glass wall. But marching in formation down the doll aisle, blocking your way, is a squad of wooden soldiers. How are you going to get out of this one? Turn to page 22. This isn't happening. This isn't happening. This isn't happening, you tell yourself, squeezing your eyes shut. You open your eyes. You're still trapped between the hideous, slime-drooling Zorgs at your back and the giant army in front of you. The soldiers march toward you, aiming their weapons. Then they fire. Duck and try to stay down until you reach page 39. No! You cry as the soldiers fire their weapons. You squeeze your eyes shut. An instant later, you feel something sticky falling on your face, in your hair, on your arms and legs. Yuck! They are squirting you with cans of instant spider web. The gooey threads cover you, trapping you in a tight net. You struggle to move, to run, but your arms are pinned to your sides by stringy spider webs. Your legs are trapped too. Help, you cry, hoping Betty can hear you. They've got me, Betty. They've got me. Clomp, clomp, clomp. The soldiers' boots stomp the floor as they march up to take you prisoner. They hoist you onto their shoulders. 8 soldiers on each side. Then they carry you into the factory where nasty Kathy is waiting. She looks angrier than ever. Good work, she tells the soldiers. Now let's try to show this kid how it feels to be treated like a toy. Turn to page 48. You squirm and wiggle, trying to free yourself, but the instant spiderweb is strong. You can't break through it. You look like a big fat bug, Nasty Kathy sneers. Too bad I already had my dinner. She points to the conveyor belt, the one where you saw the life-size dolls being made. Put the human scum up there, she orders the soldiers. Wait, no, you cry, but everyone ignores you. Let's put our guest through the hair planting machine, Nasty Kathy squeals. The one that punched holes in my scalp to put hair in my head. Let's see how a human likes that. No, you scream again. Don't do it. Black ka-chunk. You hear the horrible machine start. Nasty Kathy cackles and hurries away. The soldiers start to lift you onto the conveyor belt. Your mind races. Isn't there some way to escape these toys? Maybe you could pretend to be a toy yourself. That police officer doll looked exactly like a person. Or maybe they could try a bribe. To pretend to be a toy, turn to page 9. To try and buy your way out of this hairy situation, turn to page 134. Not what I was expecting as an
Yeah.
option.
Um, Pretending to be a toy could end in the twist that we actually were a toy the whole time.
Yeah, that makes sort of sense.
That's very Goosebumps. The big reveal at the end where you're the ghost. Like, um, but I'm also totally into how would we bribe? What do we have to bribe people with?
I don't know. I want to find out.
All right, well, let's
I
try and
say
do
we.
it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait, you cry out, kicking and squirming inside the spider web. Wait, let me go, please. I'll make it worth your while. The army captain strokes his chin. Really, he asks, sounding interested. Sure, you answer eagerly. Anything, I'll give you anything. What do you want? What have you got? The captain asks. Good question. What have you got? How about my old toys and games you offer weekly? Games? Toys? Are you kidding? Ha! The captain sweeps his arm toward the overflowing warehouse. All the soldiers start laughing and slapping their knees. Even the ninjas chuckle. Turn on the machines, the captain commands with a little wave of his hand. Wait, how about a bag of chocolate gold coins? $1 million in Monopoly money. You try, but it's no use. The conveyor belt is moving again. You ride closer and closer to the hole punching machine. Thwack. Ka-chunk. Help! You kick and scream, struggling to get free. In a burst of strength, you break your arms and legs out of the sticky web, but it's too late. Two huge mechanical arms move in to hold you in place. A large flat panel slides under your back, then bends, forcing you to sit up. A bowl-shaped thing whirs in place over your head. You squint your eyes and grit your teeth. Any minute now, the hole punching should begin. Then you catch your reflection in the shiny machine. Hey, the bowl-shaped thing above you is a giant plastic doll scalp. You watch, horrified, as the machine lowers it onto your head. Then it fits a plastic doll's face over yours, molding it into place. You can see through the eye slits. The machine molds plastic arms and legs around your own. Soon you're covered in plastic. They're turning you into a life-size doll.
That's what we thought the other one would do.
Thwack, ka-chunk, thwack, ka-chunk. You feel the machine poking holes in your new plastic scalp and punching in new strands of hair. You catch another glimpse of yourself in the mirror. Your mouth is curved into a permanent smile. Your red plastic lips are slightly open. Yuck! You're a doll. A dopey, smiling, life-size doll. Nasty Kathy strolls up to you as you sit there on the conveyor belt. So, she snarls, now you're one of us. Are you going to help us with our plan or not? Well, what do you want to do? If you agree to join Nasty Kathy's army, turn to page 105. If you don't want to help the toys, turn to page 27.
Oh, we still have free will. Why would we help them?
Yeah, like what? We're just going to fall in with them?
No, screw them. Page 27. No way, you shout at Nasty Kathy. I may look like a doll, but I'm still human. I won't help you toys take over the world. You slide off the conveyor belt. Your doll body feels stiff and geeky. Your legs won't bend, they just swing like boards. You run clumsily to a phone. With your plastic fingers, you frantically dial your house. When your mom answers, you quickly explain to her that you and Benny are trapped at the toy factory. Come get us fast, you tell her. Your mom arrives with Benny's dad and two police officers. All the toys in the factory freeze. All except for you, that is. Mom, you cry, jumping up and down. Benny's tied up with a jump ropes, and they turned me into a toy. Instead of running to you, your mom starts screaming. What did you do with my child? She cries. Don't worry, ma'am. We'll find the kid, one of the policemen says. We got a tip that there was something fishy going on with life-size dolls in this factory, the other officer says. Looks like this one is the leader. The police officer snap handcuffs onto your plastic wrists. You have the right to turn to page 70. They put you under arrest for impersonating a human. It's a serious crime, but because it's your first offense, the judge lets you off easy. Instead of going to jail, you just have to do community service. Your sentence: 2 months as a guest star on the Dudley the Purple Dragon show. It's pretty embarrassing to be on the Dudley show. You even have to sing the stupid Dudley song. After your 2 months are up, you stay on to make a little money. You're saving up so you can afford the expensive surgery to have your plastic doll shell removed. Hey, they don't call them plastic surgeons for nothing, you know.
I mean, I'm happy with that.
You know, that's. I can't believe they didn't, like, I don't know, look inside the doll to figure out that you're a human. That's funny.
Yeah, ask you any questions that you would know. Also, was one of the cops that arrested you one of the fake cops?
Ooh, I bet he was.
Why didn't we
Why
notice?
didn't we notice that he was the fake cop? That was a really long string of stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking
That
that
was a really long storyline.
that took us over 20 minutes, almost 30, just to do that path because I was like, oh, we should do one more. We're only at like 38 minutes, and now we're at over an hour.
So it was one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 choices in that one. That's a long story for these. I don't know that we've had another one that was that many options before we got to an end point.
I don't think so. I was honestly starting to be like, are we just picking every single right path until the end when I don't think we did.
But that was pretty good. I don't know. Would you like the Nasty Kathy path or the Annihilator 3000 path more?
Okay, so I enjoyed this path more, but we laughed a lot harder during the Annihilator 3000.
That's true. Annihilator was funnier because there was a lot of innuendo in
There
that
was
one. This
so
one,
much.
I feel like there were spots where there could have been a little bit innuendo in this one. That's the thing that I always find so funny about these is like there's always one path where there's like a lot of really like thinly veiled sexual references, which is an odd thing at all for these children's books. But then it's only ever one. I wish there was more of it. I want to find more innuendo in children's literature, is what I think.
I mean, that's season 5.
Just the search for innuendo.
I mean, we did
But
joke
yeah.
about searching for like the horniest R.L. Stein book. In the last book we read, we were gonna look up like his Fear Streets or whatever.
Oh, that's right. That would be a fun project. I can't believe that they're still making Goosebumps stuffs because there's I think a movie with David Schwimmer coming out on
Yep.
Disney. Um, my daughter saw the preview for it and she was terrified by the preview, so we're not going to be watching that one. But I think it'll be worth us covering it when it comes out.
I just I don't know why he's still making stuff. Like you did it, RL. You wrote like 400 books. You made your money. You've had like 4 TV shows. You've had several movies. Just retire with your money.
I mean, I bet you he licensed the stuff out. I would be surprised if he had a lot of involvement in the day to day.
I hope
But
so.
yeah, I feel like there's still a lot. There's just still so much that comes out. Like I feel like every year there's at least one big R.L. Stein project. Between the new Goosebumps, the Fear Street, the Goosebumps a couple of years ago, the Jack Black ones.
They're doing more Fear
Like,
Street.
yeah, they're doing more Fear Street. I just picked up, I found literally on the street, so it was somebody was giving it away, like a Goosebumps graphic novel series. That again, I picked it up for my daughter, and she didn't want any part of it. Um, she was like, "Nope, too scary. I'm out." I'm like, I also picked up a copy of The Worst Witch, the book, which she did enjoy. So that might be something worth covering at some point in the future.
Yeah, I've never. There's been like four TV and film adaptations, and I've never seen any of it or read any of the book, although I think I have a few of them on my Plex.
Oh, well, we should definitely for next Halloween, we should do The Worst Witch because it's an experience.
Okay, I'm down.
So all right, so everybody has that to look forward to in 11 months. What, 9 months? I don't know how long away Halloween is.
Um, 10 months, because we're in the first month.
Right. I don't know how time works.
It's
It's
late.
late.
We're recording
It's late.
late.
It's late. It's a Tuesday. Uh, wrap this one up.
Yeah, where can they find us, Sam?
Yeah, we're on Facebook and we're on Instagram. We're at RTSpiritsPod. So let us know your favorite memories of Goosebumps and let us know something you think we should cover in a future episode. We'd love to hear from you.
As always, thank you for joining us. I'm Steve,
And I'm Sam.
and we'll see you next time.